Hello and welcome. I am Raziel. Now, after finally finishing the Imperial Knights Codex, after reading all the Imperium Codices and supplements, as well as the Thousand Sun and Hadari choices too, I have come to the conclusion that Codex Space Marines is the worst codex out of all of them, of the ones I've read. Just to make sure I am thorough, and I have also read most of the 8th edition codices. To make it easier, the list of the 8th edition codices I didn't read are Drukhari, Necron, and Chaos Knights. Yeah, I'm not including the supplements either, just the full books. And finally, loads of 2nd to 7th edition codices and Warhammer Armies books, as well as battle times as well for Age of Sigmar. I say all this to show you that the research into this video was quite intense, and this is a video I wanted to make since I first read the Space Marine Codex book. I am not happy with this book, and is why. So why is 9th edition Codex Space Marines the worst codex? First is the total lack of named characters. There isn't another codex since 2nd. Now I say since 2nd because I haven't read any of the first Road Trader codices. So, since ones I've read out of all of them, and that has been about 30, there has not been a second book there has never been a book with no named characters. The named character's absence is stark. Even the Primarch Robotic Guilliman could have been included as a commander for all Space Marines. Yes, he is the Ultramarines Primarch, yet Saint Celestine lost her Order of the Martyred Lady keyword for 9th, and of course Abaddon does also give both buffs to other Heretic Astartes. Making Robert Guilliman a commander for all Space Marines and all including him in this book would not have been a stretch, especially now there is 3 Demon Primarchs to 1 Loyalist. Next is the supplements. I will be talking about the 9th edition ones here. The only 8th edition Space Marine supplement I have read is the Salamanders one. Yet here is the problem. Out of all of them, only the Deathwatch supplement would double in size with the missing datasheets alone. The extra rules and lore only adds another 5 pages. In total, 75 pages could have been added to the supplements to make them called full codices. And that's not an arbitrary number either, that is literally the number of pages that contain lore and rules for each chapter, and of course, the set datasheets. With Chaos Space Marines Legions getting 3 codices, 1 for Thousand Suns, Death Guard, and World Eaters each, it's kind of horrid how Loyalist chapters didn't get them too. And next is it is an extra expense that should not have been needed. Look, people are going to buy the books anyway. A lot of people just buy the codexes to read. I do. I like reading the codexes. Now, there has only been one other time a Space Marine chapter's got a supplement over a full codex, and that was in 3rd edition. And honestly, 3rd edition codices are trash. They lack in lore and half the size of any other codex since. Worst was that the supplements had staples as their bindings, which made them very fragile when you had to carry them around. Now, Games Workshop moved back from this, yes, they moved back to full codices, and this was a great move. Going back to supplements, making any Space Marine army you wish to use and wish to add unique characters and unit choices for that chapter, a minimum of a £51.50 spend. So if you add it, so the cheapest this could be, if you add it in a combat patrol box, is £141.50. Now, that is insane. That's literally £20 more, almost £20 more expensive than any other army for Warhammer 40,000. And why wouldn't you want to use those extra units? It's why you chose that chapter. The models look cool. Now finally is the Space Marine Codex really shows how expensive codexes are and how much they cost. Now let's just follow me here. If you compare the Space Marine Codex and the Eldari one, there is not much difference in value for money when given page count. The Space Marine Codex has 208 pages and the Eldari one has 200. very similar in thickness. Now, other codices, Imperial Knights has 136, Grey Knights 112, Adeptus Sororitas 128, Adeptus Custodes at 104. Now that is literally half the book at the same price. And the worst one is the Thousand Suns. Okay, the worst one I have read is the Thousand Suns with 96 pages. Now this is so bad, the Space Wolf supplement has 8 pages less than the Thousand Suns full codex. Now, if the supplements had been full codices, the page count for all books would have been more evenly spread out at about 150 for each book. Again, we still have 1,000 Suns at the low page count, but there wouldn't be double the size. The only exception to this would have obviously been the Eldari one, because they included the Harlequins in that too. I wouldn't mind the Harlequins separately, because Harlequins make a great army on their own. Now, the Space Marine Codex could have just been an Ultramarine Codex. It's odd that, the Post Boys didn't get their own codex, and it included the Ultramarine characters. This worked for 2nd edition, and pretty much all editions up until this one. And I don't know why they didn't do it this time. Now, with the exception of unique named characters and choices for the other Space Marine chapters, such as Salamanders and Raven God, the Space Marine Codex would have worked as a good placeholder until those chapters got the codices of their own too. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun to make because I enjoy reading codexes. Or codices. They're always fun to read. And like, comment and subscribe as always. What do you think of the Space Marine Codex? Do you think it's a good book? Do you think it's a bad book? Are you apathetic about the whole thing? Anyway, of course there's links to Wayland Games, Forbidden Planet, my t-shirt and my comics, and Patreon down below. And as always, I'd rather you treat yourself to one of those links rather than just giving me money. I'm not going to say no to money, but I'd rather you do it that way anyway. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, enjoy the hobby, and see you all very soon.